Want to go around?
Look alive, ladies! The boss is gonna join us! Show him how it's done, boss! Your first priority in enemy territory is knowing your surroundings. Your life depends on where you are looking and how fast you can identify your target. Therefore, you must first master moving your line of sight. To move your line of sight, use the camera buttons. Now, when I give you an order, look in that direction. Look up! Good! Look down! Good! You should be familiar with the up and down camera buttons now. Press the action button if you're ready to move on. Okay! Next, we'll check your left and right. Look right! Good! Look left! Good! You should be familiar with the left and right camera buttons now. Press the action button if you're ready to move on. Okay! You can change the controls anytime in Options. Go with the method that works best for you. Next, I'll explain how to change stances. If you just stand there like an idiot in front of an enemy, you might as well kill yourself now! At times, you will need to get low to avoid detection. You have 3 stances: stand, crouch, and lying down. To change stances, use the crouch button. Tap the crouch button to change between standing and crouching. You can move in either stance. Hold the crouch button and keep it held to lie down. However, you cannot move while you are lying down. I'll say that again. You cannot move while lying down. Is that clear? Good. Next, we'll work on your movement. Use the analog stick to move around. Tilt it a little to walk slowly. Tilt it further to run. Decide which to use based on your situation. Remember that your footsteps are louder when running, making you easier to discover. Be careful! Good! Now we have rolling. Rolling is useful for knocking down enemies in your way, and for getting away when surrounded. You can also use it to jump over small ditches and other obstacles. To roll, tap the attack button while running. You got that? Tap the attack button while running! Don't forget it! Boss, roll by tapping the attack button while running with the analog stick. Boss, roll by tapping the attack button while running with the analog stick. Boss, roll by tapping the attack button while running with the analog stick. Boss, roll by tapping the attack button while running with the analog stick. That's it! Next, I will explain how to attack without gunfire. You may run into an enemy unexpectedly. You may not have a weapon on you, or you may be out of ammo. You'll still need an effective attack strategy. One well-placed strike and the enemy won't know what hit him. To strike an enemy, press the attack button while standing still. On my command, press the attack button repeatedly and take down your opponent. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
That is incorrect, boss! Press the attack button without moving, boss! Impressive, boss! Next, we're gonna practice using the stun rod. Hitting someone with the stun rod will shock them with 1.5 million volts. Anyone on the receiving end of that is guaranteed to be out cold. To use the stun rod, press the aim button to ready it, then press the attack button. You'll be glad to know we're using mock stun rods for this training session. When your partner attacks, make him believe it's the real deal. Prepare yourself. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Impressive, boss! Now, we'll move on to CQC. Quarters combat, referred in battle at very close range and efficient way of eliminating. There are various... We will go over... Don't get caught. This will be different from what you're used to. And press the attack. Be sure. Now, wait. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Fine work, boss! Neck close to you. Grab your hands. Just the average person will... Let's bring your opponent. Go! Impressive, boss!
Start talking.
Now we will throw your opponent after restraining them. Press a direction on the page. Restrain them. That is incorrect, boss! To throw an enemy to the ground, press a direction on the analog stick when you have them restrained. Fine work, boss! Now we will try CQC against... by throwing an opponent, pressing the stick to throw... Go!
I'm ready, boss.
That is incorrect, boss!
Start talking. Start talking. Next.
That is incorrect, boss! That is incorrect, boss! Tilt the analog stick while restraining the opponent, boss!
Start talking.
That is incorrect, boss! That is incorrect, boss!
Start talking.
That is incorrect, boss! I'll explain it again!
Start talking.
First, restrain an opponent by pressing the attack button near them. Then tilt the analog stick to throw them. By tilting the analog stick toward other enemies, you can send your captive flying straight into them. On my command, and throw... Fantastic!
Ready, boss.
Fantastic! Since the boss... I'll do it! Sure to... Boss! Press the attack button when the icon appears! Boss! Press the attack button when the icon appears! Fine work, boss!
Start talking.
Boss! Press the attack button when the icon appears!
Next.
Fantastic! And stop!
We've got guests.
Time to move.
It's not our friends from Langley. I brought them. Made sure we won't follow.
Thank you, Big Boss. Sorry, Vic Boss.
For us, there is no victory.
Triumph or die?
We don't do either.
Thank you. There's no coffee like Costa Rican coffee.
So, what brings a distinguished scholar from the Costa Rican government to Colombia?
It comes from Costa Rica's University for Peace.
You see, over the past year... Correct. Article 12, the Army as a permanent institution is a...
The Constitution.
I think it's rebels who fled Nicaragua.
They're far too organized.
What's your government's take?
It's by the Development Corporation. Lies, obviously. Weaponry and equipment by the shipload.
Cash.
I may be involved.
The CIA.
The United States views Central America as its backyard. After Cuba, we've managed to maintain a delicate balance with the U.S.
And your government can't just give them the boot?
We are not allowed to bear arms.
Japan's constitution has something similar. Article 9. It says Japan renounces war and can't maintain an army.
When your men have neither state nor ideology, that you will fight any foe. You must drive them out of our defenseless country. We can offer you this. A forward operating base. An offshore plant in the Caribbean.
This place is becoming a mess anyway. It's a place we can settle down.
Operate. Unofficially, of course.
Upper for transport would be nice too.
Hold it. You seem to think we're just a pack of dogs of war. Is that right?
Yes, that's what I've heard. You're an army without a state.
Oh God.
Please, you must help us.
If your suspicions are true, force isn't gonna do any good.
The government's hands are tied.
Go back to your bosses and say, tell them if they want, I'll introduce them to a negotiator I know.
I'm not here on their behalf.
What are you doing here?
I've preached the virtues of peace at multiple universities. For you as an educator. This is my student. She came to me to study peace. Paz Ortega.
Us. Peace?
That's my name too. Kazuhira. It's Japanese for peace. Paz. Call me...
They've got a supply port north of Puerto Limon, a town in La Costa del Mar Caribe. Stumbled upon that facility while searching for a lost friend.
Oh, God.
She's huérfana. Her mother died when she was small, and she lost her grandparents in the Civil War. She hates war with a passion like no other.
Anything to protect my namesake. Only purpose. Make them leave Costa Rica.
That is why we've come to you.
Miller here. Do you copy, Snake? I see you've landed. That makes one giant leap for us. I'm sending this from the offshore plant. The signal is unidirectional. I'll be giving you commands and advice through this channel. Keep your headphones on at all times and pay attention. Also, make sure no one else can listen in. Snake, are you clear on the controls? Take a minute to refresh your memory. Use the analog stick to move. Use the directional buttons to change views. To change your settings, use the Start button to open the menu. There's no one around. Why not try some shooting practice? Select a target and squeeze off a round or two. To select a weapon, hold the circle button, then hold the R button. Then use the left and right buttons to make your selection. Ready your weapon with the R button. Then press the square button to fire. How about a little shooting practice? Try hitting a coconut. Select equipment by holding the L button while pressing the circle button. From there, press the left or right buttons to make your selection. To check your map, press the Start button to open the... a standard assault rifle, capable of rapid fire. The facility you're headed for is past that fence. A grenade should be able to take out that gate. Grenades explode. You throw them, Snake. Use the R button to ready throwing weapons. Once you're ready, hit the square button to throw. When using throwing weapons, hold the attack button down longer to throw farther. You won't throw the weapon until you let go of the button. Get rid of that door and keep moving. Use a grenade. Not enough room, huh? We'll keep it here at the base. Get rid of that door and keep moving. Use a grenade. the L button to ready throwing weapons. Once you've readied a weapon, throw with the R button. Gotta thank you for agreeing to this, Snake. Man, am I glad to be out of here. Finally, we can leave all that crap in San Geronimo behind. Break into the mercenary business for real. Let me guess. You're doing it for her, aren't you? For her.
Are they still here?
Come on, Snake. This could be good for us. They're willing to give us an offshore plant. A place we can finally put down some roots. Expand MSF.
We're nomads.
Wandering from conflict to conflict? Tool
Down. Who's to say we won't become the warmongers?
Listen to me, Snake. We're not mercenaries. We're not a foreign legion. MSF's a business. A new kind of business. Look, it's not like we're trying to start a war here. All we need to do is find out who this security company really is.
Come on, Kaz. It's pretty obvious that they're backed by the CIA.
Wait a sec. That would mean...
Our friend, the professor, is likely KGB.
I see.
We'd be making an enemy of our homeland.
And there'd be no turning back.
Ah, this damn thing won't light.
Huh?
Put on some coffee, Kaz. It's time for a little chat with the professor.
I was a heavy smoker. But smoking was ruining my lungs, so I quit. I've not ever since. Honored to meet the legendary Big Boss.
Just a code name, the CIA.
You, John.
Using that code name you like so much. What about you, comrade? What about...
Well then, allow me to get straight to the... It's a whip, hot as torture.
That's the Chilean poet, Neruda.
Continents bridging north and south. All of Latin America would be... After the revolution, Nicaragua will become a socialist state.
You think America's just gonna let that happen?
Certainly not. After all, the CIA is already here.
And that's the armed group inside Costa Rica.
It's clear that they've been sent in to disrupt our efforts across the border in Nicaragua. Is CIA capital, but it's more complex than that. The CIA's got something else planned as well.
What?
That is the million-dollar question. Big Boss, we want you and your unit to find the answer. Infiltrate and investigate the facility in La Costa where Paz was imprisoned. Learn all you can of their operations. Then, drive them out of the country.
You're asking us to settle a turf war between the KGB and the CIA?
What about her? That was all just an act?
You mean her words about peace? She was captured, that much is true. But I've kept my KGB affiliation from her.
And you thought we'd fall for a sob story?
No. I had good reason to bring her along. She managed to escape with her life, But her friend was not so lucky. Why were they attacked? I believe this will help explain. Perhaps they saw something they weren't supposed to. Perhaps they heard something they shouldn't have.
A cassette tape?
Potts took this during her escape. She says her friend happened to record it by accident.
What is that?
A portable stereo cassette player. The first of its kind.
Ah, I heard they were working on something like that in Japan. Didn't know you guys were too.
I believe what you're about to hear will help you understand.
What is that? A quetzal?
The phoenix bird. Potts' friend was researching birds. She went out into the jungle to record bird calls and stumbled on this.
So what?
Now it gets interesting.
Get rid of it. I chase it back to its nest. You can't. The snake's too vicious. It's all many people. I chase it away. It will bite you unless you kill it. Go home.
Boss. Voice print analysis confirms that this voice is indeed that of the legendary hero and criminal, the boss. What? The other hasn't been identified. Female in her 30s with a British accent. The song playing in the background was a hit in 1973.
What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me? Your country or your mentor? Your mission or your beliefs? I am loyal to
Boss is alive in Costa Rica. As I understand it, she was your commander, fought by your side. And then you killed her under orders from the CIA, surpassing her to become the hero known as Big Boss. Well, what'll it be? Will you take the job?
Nick, it's gotta be a trap.
So you still can't turn your back on your country? Then I suppose you won't need this. Wait!
Sake. I'll do it for the girl. For Paz.
Okay. For peace.
There they are. CIA mercs. Snake, you got to get past them undetected. Avoid combat whenever possible. This is a sneaking mission. Hide behind stuff. Take the long way around. Whatever it takes to stay out of sight. Your gun is a last resort. It could just as easily kill you as save you. clear the jungle, you'll be there. Head east. Make your way east. When you clear the jungle, you'll be there. Head east. Make your way east. indicator in the upper right serves as a compass and shows sound sources. Pay attention to your surroundings. Keep your eye on what's left of your life gauge on the left of the screen. To the right of that, you'll see your sight gauge. Exhausting it will inhibit your actions. Your life gauge will recover with time. The sight gauge too. You'll recover faster crouching than standing up. Lying flat works even better. The percentage in the upper right is your camo index. The lower the number, the more easily you'll be spotted. Conspicuous movements and loud noises will compromise your camo index.
Enemies
Your
close
fatigue
by.
will act as camouflage. Run for it. It's either that or take out every last enemy soldier. Negative. You can't spare reinforcements. You'll have to make do with what you have.
Gunshots!
Looks like you're inside the compound. Security is tight. Stay sharp.
We're under attack!
No use, boss. Security's too tight. There's no way you can charge it now. Shake those guys first.
That's better.
Stay out of sight till they've called off the alert.
What's wrong, boss?